Hi, this is Tish just doing what I do. Did you know you can make biscottis out of this? Hey, stay tuned. I'll show you how. Hello everybody, this is Tish just doing what I do. Cooking with colors. Today is making biscottis. Yes, biscottis. See right here? Biscottis. Hey, these are some great mini pastries with chocolate on it. It looks like breadsticks almost, but it's a pastry that you like to dip in your coffees and stuff like that. Well, I have seen a recipe on one of the channels, like 1870 Homestead. I love watching her channel, and when I was watching her channel, she made biscottis, but she didn't make it from scratch. You know what she did? She used some of her friendship bread, Amish friendship bread she made, and she had made so much of it, she had cut it up and she didn't want it to go bad. So what she did, she cut it up and allowed it to dry out, like I'm going to do with this, and she placed it in the oven. And she baked it in the oven for some time. And when she did that in the oven for some time, it dried the bread out. Now it was a sweet bread that she made. That Amish friendship bread is a sweet bread. So I remember that I had made so many different sweet breads, from blueberry banana bread, banana nut bread, banana bread, banana and cranberry and nuts bread. I tried that. And I made an apple pie bread. I made, apple cinnamon bread. I mean, it was sweet potato bread. All those different breads I made. So this one was made in August 22, when I first started doing the breads. And I had put all these certain ones in my freezer. And whenever we wanted sweet bread, I had it. Or when I wanted to gift bread out, I constantly gift them out. So I looked for the one I had the oldest in there, and this was apple pie bread. So I decided today, well, I decided yesterday, that I was going to make some biscottis out of my apple pie bread. But it was so frozen, I had to wait until it had thawed. So I waited overnight for it to thaw. And simply what I'm going to do is going to cut it, place it on a baking sheet. Baking sheet, and I'm going to let it get crisp. I want it to dry out. And this time I'm going to drizzle it with some chocolate, add a little bit of nuts on it. I have my double boiler done on the stove, on low, because I don't want it to go too fast, because it's going to take a while for this to dry out. And once that happens, I'm going to drizzle it with chocolate, as you're going to see. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up my apple pie bread. So these are going to be apple pie biscottis. Yes. So wash my hands again, touch that bread. And these are great gifts. If you want to gift someone some of your treats and stuff, like for the holidays, and you like to cook and you like to gift out the things that you cook, this will be a great one that you can do, especially if you have already some sweet bread in the house that you have made. And if you never made any sweet bread, you can simply just buy one and do it that way. So first of all, I'm going to cut the end. And I see it. Oh, it looks pretty. And I'm going to cut maybe about, that's an inch. I want it kind of thick. I'm glad that end come off, because I'm going to end up cutting the ends off of it and see how that works. Okay, so that is done right there. So I'm gonna take one, cut the bottom end off, real thin off, and I'm going to cut it this way. Yeah, in the top off. There you go. So I'm gonna have one slice here and one slice here. And I'm just simply gonna put it on my baking sheet. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray my baking sheet. I'm gonna show you my baking sheet right here. And I'm going to place it right here. I guess I gotta find some room because there's some chocolate over there. Right here. And I will place the bread on here. Let me spray it first. I don't think this is going to stick because this is a real good pan here. Lay it on the side. It doesn't matter because it can go through both of them. And set them up. I guess I can even this off a little bit. Okay. And I'll probably put the scrap pieces a little bit later once I have even it off. 1 and 2. A little apple chunks in there. So I'm going to continue with this. And then after that, I'll be placing it in the oven. 2. Might just do 2. Because this bread is a little bit smaller than the other bread I have. Alright. Coming along nicely. 3. This one. Got some apple chunks in there. So this tray is already filled. So I'll be putting the scraps on another tray. And also I can say this to make bread pudding too. Let me see if I can get a couple more here to fill this tray. I can hear I'm tasting. Careful how much intake I get. Too much. Okay, spacing it in. So I get at least one more set in here. And this bread is still good. Oh my goodness, that tastes so lovely. Okay, this one. Let's get right in here. All right. So right here. This bread is right here is done. I'm going to place it in the oven. I'm going to let it dry out to make my biscottis. Put it in the oven. Got one more pan I got to take out. I usually put my cast iron pans in the oven. I forgot to pull it out before I take it. Now I will come back to show you after it has dried out and what I'm going to do next. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, I am back. It has been a couple of days. Life happened and I could not finish the video about the biscottis. So this is how it looked after I baked the apple pie bread. I chopped up, put it up and dried it out. These are the dry pieces. So I'm going to finish up this video so you can see what I do next to make the biscottis. So these are ready. If you don't want any chocolate on top of it, now you can use any chocolate you want. You can use the sugar, the low sugar chocolate substitute. Use regular chocolate, dark chocolate. It doesn't matter. You can use no chocolate at all. So I have a bag of these that I have made with the banana, cranberry, and nut bread. And I have no topping on it, no chocolate at all. But this time I wanted to put a little drizzle on the top layer of each one of these. Not the whole thing. So I double boiled some chocolate. I did not put it in a tube. I'm using this whisk to stir it up. It's a double boil. So then I'm just going to take some of that chocolate and just drizzle it over it. And it's a way that you can make a design if you do it with a piping tool, but I'm not going to do that today. Just going to just a little bit on top, or I can dip it. You can also take one and you can dip it down in the chocolate like this and just have the top of it done. Put it out like that and just lay it on here and let it dry. And then you'll have just the top, just like a Biscotti has with the chocolate. Sometimes they have it just on one side, or they even have it like this. They dip one half of it in the chocolate, and they take it and they just set it, and they have that chocolate dry. And once it hardened, it'll be one side of it. Or you can simply take a whisk or anything, just drizzle it on your chocolate, one side, the other side, it's up to you. And then you have just a little bit of chocolate. So you govern the amount of chocolate you want, or the sweetness, or even nuts you can put on the top of them if you want, or what you want on your homemade biscottis. Remember, this is bread, sweet bread that I had made past months, and I froze them, vacuum sealed them, put them in the freezer for later time to gift or to use in my household. And so some of I decided, let me make some of those. So these how they turned out. You wanted to see, short. And I just put a little bit of chocolate on each one of them. I'm not going to put any nuts on it or anything like that. And I'm not going to put any other chocolates. What I'm going to do now is let it hard. I'm putting it in the freezer and let it hard. And that will be my biscottis. And I can gift these, or I can just have them for my household for when we drink coffees. Once you have gotten it hardened, you can store it individually, or you can put it in one of your mason jars. Anything, an airtight container, like I did the whipped cream, airtight container, and you can put it up so you can be able to use it. And make sure it stay in a cool place, not in a warm place, because the chocolate will melt. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, be blessed and continue to cook with colors in the kitchen. Till next time, be blessed. Bye now.